Hey everybody, it's me, Rodger, back with more records. Playing catch up. It's probably been a couple months since I really caught y'all up on, I showed you those jazz records I found, and I showed you my record show finds, but the rest of the time I'm also out there digging because, that's what I do, right? That's what we do. And so I got quite a stack of records to show, so I'm going to stop faffing about, and I'm going to show you records. So, brand new, doesn't come out till Friday, but I pre-ordered this from Analog Africa. Jambu, Eos Míticos Son da Amazonia. My Portuguese is terrible. This is another wonderful Analog Africa compilation. More Brazilian music, more African diaspora music, centered around this town. Along the coast of Brazil, sort of a gateway to the Amazon. Killer stuff, from the 70s, that time we loved. 70s and the early 80s. Killer, great. They do a fantastic job. I pre-ordered them as soon as they're announced. As I've said, I have them all, almost all of them. I need to do a whole video on them, but I'm a lazy bum. Alright, so pre-ordered that. I've been to Grimey's a couple times. More dentist appointments. When will it end? Soon. That's what they tell me. So, John Kiefer from Dr. Rhythm channel. Hey guys, if you're watching. Showed this recently, not their most recent video, but I think the one before that, the new lamb chop. What's it called? This. And then in parentheses, is what I wanted to tell you. This is what I wanted to tell you. A rare photograph of Kurt Wagner without a hat, but turned sideways. An interesting die cut in the back so that you can see the label. It's interesting. Node, Andrea Sonic Mainlander, if you're watching Node, it's still in the shrink wrap with its hype sticker. Yeah, why not? So yeah, lamb chop. This furthers more experiments in sort of electronica, yet it's still a lamb chop record. Beautiful. Best band in Nashville. Also picked up these reissues from We Release What the Fuck We Want. More music from this Japanese marimba player, Midori Takada. This is the MK Waju Ensemble Key Motion. I think it only ever came out in Japan back in 1981. Yeah, originally released by Better Days in Japan, 1981. So I picked up this, and there's another one. What is this? Yeah, it's the same ensemble, and it is called Mokwaju. Mokwaju. I guess maybe this is the first one, and then this is the second one. They both came out in 1981. So what is this? These guys did another Midori Takada thing later, and this is apparently there's a kind of Japanese marimba music that her music is based on, but there's kind of pop elements, and there's kind of electronic elements, and there's kind of like ambient elements, and it's very, very Japanese. I like it. I like it a lot. It's very different and interesting. I missed out on those Light in the Attic anthologies of Japanese ambient music. I guess it's getting repressed in July. Picked this up, reissue of Manuel Gottsching's Inventions for Electric Guitar. This is classic krautrock record. Guitars from Ashra Temple. His first solo album, I believe, wherein he basically invents the edge whole sound with like playing triplets over a delay and getting this sort of burbling sequencer kind of sound, but out of an electric guitar. Brilliant stuff. Originals incredibly rare and expensive, and this is apparently his label. Same label that did E2, E4, another classic Manuel Gotching record. Sounds good to me, you know. And then this thing on Gronland, Eno, Harmonia and Eno 76 Tracks and Traces reissue. This is 2.5 or 1.5 LPs of, is that right? No, it's two LPs. Some tracks unreleased. You know, Eno and those krautrocker guys. Beautiful. You know, I collect that stuff. Picked up the new Pelican album. What's it called? Nighttime Stories on Southern Lord. 245 RPM, red vinyl. Woo. Limited to 500 copies. Yeah. I really like these guys. Instrumental, I guess I call it. Instrumental metal. Post-metal. Post-rock. I don't know. I think these guys get better and better. Although, that one album, What You've Grown to Need, or whatever it's called, that's really good. That's the place to start. Picked this up on a whim, because I've heard so much about these guys. Coil. This is The Ape of Naples, originally from 2005. This is a vinyl reissue on, I'm not really sure, their own label. This compiles, this was made right after, I guess, the main singer died, and collected stuff from, unreleased stuff from the 90s through the 2000s. Really, really interesting music. I am in love with these guys, and I've sought out some streaming stuff. Boy, their records are freaking outrageously expensive. So probably not going to do that. Probably going to have to do the digital thing, but really glad to have this. This is, you know, it's really hard to describe except as maybe a mashup of sort of electronic, krautrockish kind of electronics, but with a post-punk kind of gothic vocals. Now that sounds like it shouldn't work, but it's just great. It's just great. It's just, yeah. This has gotten a lot of play since I got it, and I don't tend to play records over and over again, but that one has gotten that treatment. Cheers, everybody. Good old Anchor Steam. All right, one more new record. Craig Leon, The Canon, Anthology of Interplanetary Folk Music, Volume 2, and again, notice it's still in its shrink wrap. I guess I'm going to try to be anal that way. Yeah, on Revenge International. Now, his record, Nomos, has gotten a couple of reissues. I believe the Revenge International two-fer thing that has Nomos in the visiting is like official, and this is on Revenge International, and it's a follow-up to it, like a current kind of sequel. And if you know that record, this is kind of in that same vein. 80s style electronics, a little bit of voice on this. Not quite space music, not quite new age. Interesting. Kind of its own thing. Alright, that's it for new vinyl. Although I found this gently used. Another one of these, what is the label here? Modern Harmonic. This is a compilation of Sun Ra stuff with some unreleased material. It's called Sun Ra is Interplanetary Vocal Orchestra. The Space Age is Here to Stay. A beautiful gatefold space age kind of cover. And this is a lovely compilation. Some of it's pretty familiar. You know, the tag is it's all vocal music. The unreleased tracks make it worthwhile, even if you're a complete Sun Ra fanatic. Yeah, good stuff. Excellent. Yeah. Don't see these around in decent shape. Parliament's Mothership Connection. Wow. Yes. Awesome. Yeah, for only $10. I was really psyched. What is there to say? You know, I have this stuff on CD, of course. And, you know, they sold a lot of records, you know, but they were party records and they're almost always trashed. Almost always. This is really in, like, beautiful shape. It sounds great. Well, you know, those Casablanca pressings are actually not that great. I wouldn't say the mastering's even all that great. It sounds nicer than the CD, but I wouldn't say it's anything particularly special. I would say that the Parliament Funkadelic catalog could use a real official overhaul, but who knows if that's ever going to happen, and who knows if those original tapes even exist. All right, we're cooking along here. Also found a nice clean copy of this I've been looking for a while. This sort of completes my early Tom Waits records. Closing Time, his first record on Asylum from 1973. And look at that, not even any ring wear on this cover. Nice. And again, only $10. Yeah, pretty psyched. You know, this is before his voice is completely wrecked. Almost sounds like a country record at times. Yeah, I really like Tom Waits. I don't listen to him all the time, but when I do, I tend to enjoy it. Okay, speaking of Sonic Mainliner, if you're still here, if you're even here at all, whatever, found this gently used. The latest from Nails on Nuclear Blast from 2016. Name of the album is You Will Never Be One of Us. Oh my god, Nails. These guys, this reminded me of like, oh my god, how heavy those first two albums are. Just the most pummeling. I would, you know, Andres, help me. What do you even call this stuff? It's not quite like grindcore. It's because it kind of grooves. Like once you like kind of submit to it, they'll like go into these grooves and also go into like these psychedelic, like, you know, crazy guitar noise things that are, you know, like, kind of like a bad trip psychedelia. These guys are the real deal. I mean, if you ever like have a really bad day, really pissed off, these guys do it. They're way overdue for a new album. I saw that there's a new 7-inch coming out, and it's a picture disc, and I'm gonna have to pass on that. Nails. Ha! They make Black Breath seem like easy listening. Alright, in the New Age section of this place, I found some cool things for cheap. Vangelis, Soil Festivities on Polydor from 1984. I wasn't expecting much. It's really nice. It's really nice. You know, Vangelis, master of electronic music, master synthesist, master sound designer. This is terrific. Yeah, really happy to add that to my Vangelis collection. Also, a bunch of Tangerine Dream records from the 80s that I didn't have. You don't see these often. Tangram from Virgin. This is a German copy from 1980. Logos Live. This is on Virgin, UK Virgin, 1982. Interesting setup they've got going on there. State of the art, circa 1982. Pergamon, live at the Palais der Republik in the German Democratic Republic. This is American copy on Caroline. This is when, 1986. And finally, Live Miles Albuquerque concert and West Berlin concert is also on Caroline from 1988. So these 80s Tangerine Dream albums are, they're a little different than their classic 70s one. They're more predictable. They've moved into computerized digital things because, well, they could, and it made life a lot easier. And so the sounds can have a sort of that glassy, early digital sound. But, you know, again, masterful synthesis, masters of electronic music, and really enjoyable. I really enjoy, and I collect Tangerine Dream records, so excited to add them to my collection. So now for something completely different, an Ahmad Jamal record on Cadet Poinciana, and I think this is one of his most famous records from 19. 60 something. Really nice copy of this. It's a bit chipped at the bottom here, but the vinyl is really super clean. And it's just wonderful piano trio. His voicings and his touch, and his melodic sense, his sense of space, really, you can hear how Miles was influenced by Ahmad Jamal. And I said before, I'm gonna start collecting Ahmad Jamal records. Although, again, they're like, it's fairly common. He sold a lot of records, but they got played. They got played, and so hard to find in good shape. It's the nature of the beast, I suppose, right? All right, here's an interesting record. Michael White, The Land of Spirit and Light on Impulse from 1973. What a great cover. It's got a great band with Michael White on violin, Prince Lasha on saxophone, Ed Kelly, Bob King, not sure, Kenneth Nash on percussion, Cecil McBee on bass. This is nice, although I have to say I listened to it once and I was eating dinner and it wasn't particularly memorable, but that doesn't mean anything. I'm certainly going to hold on to it because those old Impulse LPs, got a lot of, and Cecil McBee, what a god. All right, another Bobby Womack record. What's it called? Roads of Life on Arista from 1978. Dedicated, I guess his kid died really young. What a sad story. This kind of some sad overtones on this. But there's also some disco touches and. But you know what? I could listen to him sing The Phone Book and with like a karaoke backing, and it would be awesome. Bobby Womack. I need to branch out my soul stuff. Hard to find in good shape. What can I say? All right, a couple Ravi Shankar records. Portrait of Genius. This is on World Pacific from 62 maybe, something like that. Pre-Beatles stuff. This is really nice. Has some short examples, different styles and stuff. And then this on Capitol, 6 ragas. Again, these are sort of truncated ragas to illustrate the different styles. But as you can tell, we're well into the hippie era, and the jacket is wrecked, water damaged, almost completely split at the bottom. Some writing, whatever. But the vinyl cleaned up great. Sounds really nice. So that's all that matters to me. And finally, closing in here with some more None Such Explorer stuff. 3 albums of Tibetan Buddhism, religious music. So we have the Ritual Orchestra and Chants. Tantras of Gyoto Sangwadupa and Tantras of Gyoto Magala. Now this is really great. Now this is all kind of the throat singing, where they create multiphonics, their voices. This includes some wild, like metallic percussion stuff that's just wonderfully clangorous and intense. This is great. No wonder it won the, what did it win? The Grand Prix International du Disque Academy Charles Cross. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, you can find these around, these None Such Explorer things. I pick them up when I can. Those are fun. Pretty wild stuff, that throat singing. And that's all I got. And under 20 minutes, a lot of records for under 20 minutes. I don't waste any time here. I actually went to Grimey's today because I asked them to order something for me, and it came in today. I didn't show it because I haven't opened it, haven't played it. It's something special, and it's something to save for next time. So, thanks for hanging out with me. We'll see you then. Bye.